Gang, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we're going to be talking about what actually makes someone buy from you as an online fitness coach. So without further ado, we will get right into it. So, a lot of fitness coaches think the reason why people won't buy from me is because of my content, and it's not, okay? It's not the size of your Instagram following or the size of your following either. It's certainly not your fucking logo. Far too many people get wrapped up in terms of like, I need the snazziest logo of all time. It's certainly not that. People buy from you for one very clear and specific reason, which is, can you fix their problem? Whatever problem that is, whatever niche you're in, okay? That's fundamentally why someone would buy from you, okay? So if you're not seen on social media to actually, have the fix or have the solution to their problem, they're just not going to buy from you, okay? So you have to understand how important clarity actually is, okay? So when you're an online fitness coach, if you are, again, not seen to be showing what you actually do, right? The purpose of your coaching, who it's for, what's the result that they get, who it's not for, right? A lot of fitness coaches just like spray social media content, but they're not really showing these three things. In particular, who the fuck the program isn't for. So it's not for this individual, it's not for this individual, it's for this individual, right? Once you can get that granular, lo and behold, you'll start to see inquiries come in, you'll start to see your close rate increase, you'll start to see all of these different things. You'll also see your ideal avatar come in for coaching as well. So a lot of you guys, and it might be you included here, a lot of you guys will say things to me like, I have a roster full of people, but I don't like working with the individual. And it's like, well, that's a messaging thing. That's an offer thing. That's what you're actually pushing out on social media. I know in this slide here, I basically said it's not your content. It kind of is, but it's not specifically your actual content. It's more so your messaging behind it, your offer behind it. Okay, so once you understand that pain drives action, okay, and when a lot of people talk about pain, they always talk about like pain points, right? And you probably have heard the term pain points. It's more specifically like the coaching offer that you have, okay, or the content that you have and you push out on social media. Is it abundantly clear that you are making people aware of their problem? And what that effectively means is, say for example, someone might go their whole entire life not knowing that they have no energy, or not knowing that they have no self-confidence, or not knowing about their main entire problem, okay? And if your content is effectively highlighting their pain and their problem, you have now effectively marketed very well, okay? So your content should speak to someone's problem without them actually realizing they have a problem, okay? So it's almost making someone very self-aware that they have a problem. Once you get into that position, you can actually sell to someone, okay? Also, a lot of the times when I look at almost like an offer diagnosis with a client, there's also no urgency in place. So like, say for example, it's coming up to summer now. There's only one summer per year, right? And the countdown is on to obviously get in shape for summer. But online coaches don't use that to their advantage. They're just like, here's coaching. It's like, well, no, every single week that you delay not getting in shape or not getting involved with coaching is a week less to summer. So you can start to use urgency tactics within your content itself, okay? Which a lot of coaches just categorically do not do, okay? So if you are highlighting pain points, okay, you are making someone very problem aware, right? Even though they themselves don't think they have a problem, you can highlight the consistent problem within your content and you have urgency, people are going to buy, okay? And especially if you make it abundantly clear what you actually do, who is it for, who is it not for, and the results that you get, whilst pushing in some pain points, making people problem aware even though they think they have no problem, and also pushing in urgency, they're going to buy, okay? Also, if you're basically saying like, here's your problem, but the problem isn't large, the handover of money, like they just won't do that. So you have to make the problem very large. Okay, so say for example we go into the energy one, and let's just speak to a niche of like busy dads, right? So in the busy dad situation, it could be like a small pain point for someone like that could be you walk up the stairs and you're out of breath. When you're charging £200, £300, £400 a month for coaching, them giving you that money to not feel out of breath when they walk up the stairs is just not going to be, they're not going to do that, right? But if you're saying things like you can run around after your kids, you can have energy, you can buy training, you can live longer, right? It's a massive fucking pain point there. So then when you go to it in that regard, when you say my coaching is X fee, they're going to want to solve the problem because the problem is larger. So you have like micro pain points, you also have macro pain points, you have bigger pain points. If you're attacking the macro, the larger section, you are going to have the handover of money, okay, pretty much like straight away as well, okay. So a lot of online coaches, they have the small pain point section nailed, they don't have the larger one, okay. So they might be going to things like body confidence, for example, but they're not explaining the whole entire thing, right? Partner doesn't want to have sex with them and all that good stuff, right? So that's kind of where you need to go. You have to be really deep. You have to almost make people problem aware, but then hammer micro and macro pain points at the same time, not just micro, okay? If you push an urgency as well, you're going to have the handover of money. If the pain point is really small, they're not going to buy from you, basically, okay? So, also, certainty closes, okay? So they themselves, before they even entertain the conversation about coaching, they themselves must understand or must have these three things, which is this is going to work for me, okay? The coach understands me because the pain point driven content and all that good stuff is hammering one type of individual, and this is worth my money. If you have those three in place, you're going to win. Again, if you're attacking really like shit pain points, you're attacking like really small pain points, when you're on a sales call or when you're just trying to close them, you're not going to close them because the pain is small. If the pain is massive, if the pain is really large, they're gonna close, okay? They're gonna hand over money, okay? Especially when you're dealing with people who are charging £200, £300, £400, right? Especially when fitness coaches are charging that. If the pain point is really small and finite, it's just never gonna work, okay? So also like proof as well, okay? Which obviously at the start of your fitness journey or fitness coaching journey in particular, like you might not actually have proof, right? Use yourself. Like most of the time, if you have no proof, just use your own personal like story and personal journey. Like I use my own personal backstory when I first started to come into the game of like mentoring, because like, well, I built my business from the ground up to 7 figures. And then I can help you. So I just talk about it the whole time. Lo and behold, people started to ask questions and came into me. Then all of a sudden, of course, they started to buy from me. And now we've helped over 750 online coaches so far. So my proof was started at just like ground zero, me, personal story. And then all of a sudden we have helped over 750 online coaches build, grow, scale their business. So I can actually use that as proof. You just do the same thing, okay? So effectively, if you have the pain points, if you have the urgency, if you have the trust, if you have the unique mechanism, the I do this, I help this person, this is how we do it, the macro pain points are in place, the proof is in place, people are going to buy from you. So it's the same here, right? So like these are the individuals that we've helped. We've helped Matty go from 8 to 58, he actually went to 64. Cami hit a 10k month, he's actually hit a 17k month since. So like you see how like me talking about this, you are now in a position of like I trust this dude, right? Whereas before I could have been talking shit, right? This obviously solidifies it, okay? So understand, once you have trust, it starts to build really like fast decisions. It starts to buy really like fast actions, okay? And then also understand that like people buy from people, so you also have to have the macro pain points, the authority, all that good stuff, but then also the personality side, right? People have to kind of like who you are, what you do, what you're about, what your values are. They also have to understand that. They also have to look at that. So don't try and hide behind like Canva posts and just static posts, because that's just never going to work, okay? If you have all of these things behind you, then they will trust you, okay? Also, like simplicity sells. So like if your offer feels really confusing and they're not too sure what you do, and like you're spraying out different like pain points every single week, and like you're having like a different CTA, and you've got like an offer here and a low ticket offer and a high ticket offer, people are like, I don't know what the fuck this guy does. Which is why some of the biggest and best fitness businesses that I work with have one clear offer, one clear avatar, one clear path to go and inquire for them, one clear outcome. Like, it's very simple. Okay, simplicity sells, and it always will. Complexity does not. Okay, so if you're thinking right now, people are not buying from me, it's probably because the offer is non-existent or it's too complex. You have no authority, you have no proof, right? So as soon as you go into this whole like world, you might just be tapping micro pain points instead of macro pain points. Once you go into this world, you will start to quickly diagnose, shit, this is why people aren't buying from me, and you get to solve it, and then all of a sudden lead flow just unlocks. Okay. Also, like, timing matters a little bit. Okay, so like if you're trying to push a sale onto someone and they're just like, my house is blown up, my family are dead, fuck me, that's a morbid. You get the point. Like, sometimes like your offer, someone sees an offer and it's just the wrong time for them. Okay, and that kind of happens. But you just have to acknowledge that within your business, right? Not everyone's going to be willing and able to buy from you straight away. Okay, it kind of gives time. As long as you are pushing out this message over a consistent period of time, you're going to win. Okay, but in summary, people buy when the problem feels real. Okay, the problem feels large, the outcome feels clear, the coach feels certain, and the risk is low. Once you understand that, you're good. Our system aims to solve all of this within week 1. So the first call you get on with me, I'll basically go through your whole entire offer stack and be like, this is your issue, this is how we're going to fix it. And our system basically just gets plugged in, and then away you go. We fix all of that. So effectively, if you come to the call with me on the onboarding call and you come to me with like, I haven't had an inquiry since 1972, in the first week we solve that, unlock it, and then away you go. Okay. And if you're a new online fitness coach, you have absolutely ground zero, nothing, we actually build a system straight away that will allow for consistent lead flow from day one. So you get all the systems, all the lead gen systems, all the sales systems, all the delivery systems straight away. Again, if you're an online coach at 10 clients, this system will get you up to 50, 60, 70. Okay, it's just what we do. If that sounds good and you want all of that, all of the things that I've just spoke about fixed for you, then there'll be a link below. Just tap it, fill out our short form, book in a call with a member of our team, and we can plug our system into your fitness business so you can build, grow, and scale pretty fucking fast.